Man, what a game, what a game, what a game. Raptors win game 2 against the Brooklyn Nets, and it came down to the wire, and the Raptors relied on what they do best. Raptors win 104-99 against the Brooklyn Nets in game 2, a game where the Raptors did not have the lead until the fourth quarter. They were down big in the beginning of the game. They had a slow start, could not defend. They were down double digits in the first quarter before the Raptors just starting to get things going, getting a rhythm. Marc Gasol didn't have a good game in this one and barely played. Marc got subbed off in the first quarter, then Serge came in and the Raptors made that rally and got back into the game. But this game, the Raptors only had about 7 players that they kept moving in and out, and Marc Gasol only played 17 minutes. So pretty much like 6 guys, and Rondae Hollis-Jefferson and Matt Thomas buying some minutes here and there. But this is an atrocious shooting game for the Raptors. After being super hot from 3, 50%, 22 threes in the last one, the Raptors barely made, I think they only made 9 threes in this game, and just shot the ball extremely poor from deep and couldn't buy a basket, down the stretch. But you know what? They relied on their defense. Their defense. And that's one of the main reasons the Raptors won this game. They held the Brooklyn Nets to under 100 points. After allowing them to score 30 plus points in the first quarter, the Raptors, grinded down and just tied them up and clamped them up real good, especially Caris LeVert. In the beginning, the Raptors were doubling and trapping the pick and roll with Caris LeVert, and Caris LeVert was killing the Raptors like what he did in the previous game. He was turning the corner, he was picking his spots well, and he was throwing dimes to guys in the corners, to Joe Harris and Luwawu Cabarro, I learned his name, and Jared Allen for a dunk as well. So he was mixing that, and they were killing the Raptors. But the Raptors started going through a switching defense. So whenever the pick came, OG, Siakam, VanVleet, Lowry, they just kept switching. And even if it was Serge or even Marc Gasol, they switched. And you know what? It led to Caris LeVert's poor shooting, and that switching really stifled their offense. Yes, it did lead to some bad rebounding possessions for the Raptors defensively, but they overcame that at the end of the day and won this game. Now, the main guy, the MVP of this game, Fred VanVleet, again, just a monster. 24 points, 5 rebounds, 10 assists. Not as great shooting as last time, but he was amazing, and he came through for the Raptors in the biggest points of the game. In that third quarter, the Raptors were down big in the beginning of the third, and the Brooklyn Nets were on a huge run, but then VanVleet went on a 10-0 run by himself, 2 threes, 2 tough layups, and got the Raptors within 2 points. And you know what? That was massive, or else this game could have been a blowout. VanVleet was killing it off the isolation plays whenever he got matched up with Jared Allen, and he took him off the dribble. He found guys in close, he dropped it off to Ibaka, OG, and it was just great by VanVleet in general. But here's Robin tonight, Norman Powell. He was fantastic. He was like the huge offensive boost the Raptors needed, especially in that fourth quarter. And he was all over the floor, grabbing steals, grabbing big boards. And man, his layups and 3-point shot in this one were massive. 24 points from him, matching his number. He was a beast. I got a Norman Powell jersey representing how sick he is. And guys, I gotta tell you, Norman Powell was fantastic again. Him and VanVleet combined for 48 points. The Raptors barely over 100 points today, and it was huge. Marc Gasol had a subpar game. Serge only gave you 8 points. Lowry had some big possessions where he made some huge baskets down the stretch, especially that and one that gave the Raptors a 2-possession lead. And then Pascal Siakam did most of his damage in the first half, but in the second half, not so much. But the Raptors collectively used their defense and whatever offense they could muster to hold off Brooklyn and win this game. Now, it wasn't pretty. First off, the Raptors shot the ball poorly. 44% from the field, 26% from 3, and 68% from the free throw line. That one was a killer as well, because the Raptors went to the free throw line, and I think I can count like 2-3 guys who missed both free throws. Pascal, OG, and I think Lowry missed both as well on a few trips, and that's just inexcusable because those are free points. The Raptors, after missing one free throw in the first game, missed like a bunch in this game. Gotta tighten that up. Gotta get back in the gym and just knock them down. But this was a gutsy win, and this is the definition of a championship team with their grit. And even when things weren't going their way, they are having some tough calls against them. Marc Gasol was frustrated. He was getting bumped and pushed around, but was missing layups, not getting any calls. He showed his frustration, got technical, but the Raptors as a team were just gritty, stuck on their defense, just didn't let Brooklyn get anything easy, and just mustered just enough offense on one of their off days and still managed to win the game. And that's what makes a great championship team. They were able to win a game that they had no business even like being a part of, because their defense really saved them, and they somehow scored enough points to win this game and forced tons of turnovers from the Brooklyn Nets. Raptors only committed 8 turnovers in the game, which was huge because the Raptors couldn't afford any more mistakes after being so brick from anywhere outside of the paint today. A couple points to point out. First off, OG Anunoby took a huge pretty moving screen into the face from Kurucs, who gave him a nice little shoulder straight to the face of OG. He was down for a while. He was pretty pissed. Didn't get a flagrant after it was reviewed, but you know what? OG came out pissed after that, got a slam dunk, a couple blocks, and some huge plays. When OG was playing angry, he was amazing. He was more active, and that's the OG that we need on a regular basis. But good thing OG was good. They might have to get him checked out, and hopefully everything's fine. Another point I gotta make is that when Nick Nurse started doing the switching, it actually helped the Raptors a lot. But the Raptors mixed in some zone here and there, and mixed in a little trapping, like whenever they felt like it, to keep the Nets from guessing on what the Raptors are going to do. And that was excellent defense on Caris LeVert, and really stifled their offense. But the last point I want to say, it's kind of a sad point, but Joe Harris is leaving the bubble for non-medical reasons, for personal matter. Hopefully everything's good with him, and you hate to see your opponents in a situation like that. This could happen to anybody on any of these playoff teams, to be honest. They all have families, and they all have friends who are in these dire circumstances. So it could happen to anyone. Hopefully Joe Harris, everything is good with him and his family and his friends. And I do not wish ill on an opponent anytime, because you want to face a team at their full capacity, and hopefully everything's good with Joe Harris. But otherwise, the Raptors, another good win. 2 more to go against the Brooklyn Nets, and guys got to keep on getting back in the gym and knocking down some shots. And that defense was stellar again. Shout out to Norman Powell and Fred VanVleet, who led the team with their scoring and play today. Huge contributions, and that's what the Raptors need. Contributions from different people at different days, because not everyone's going to be on fire throughout. And it was Norman Powell's time to step up, and he stepped up big time. One thing I'm looking forward to is I just hope Marc Gasol gets a little bit into a rhythm. He had some good shots and good looks, but he's got to be a little more aggressive. Ask for the ball in the post better. He's got to seal the guys, because the Raptors aren't able to get him the basketball because he's not sealing him properly and giving him a nice, like a target for him to catch the basketball, and Raptors will pass the basketball to him. So I'm looking forward to that in the next game. But otherwise, a great game by the Raptors. 2 more to go, guys. Until next time, make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to the Raptors Wrap Up. Smash that like button. Peace.